In this video, we'll be going through the AI tools that we actually use every day or weekly at Insider for different purposes, either for content creation, for SEO, for marketing, for business and team management, or for implementing AI in other businesses and AI consulting services. So, a couple things to keep in mind. We do actually pay for all these AI tools at Insider. Obviously, it depends a lot on you and your business if you should actually pay for AI tools or if you can actually just use some of them for free. Because some of these they do have a freemium model, so you can actually use them without paying up to a certain point and for certain features that they have. And they also have free trials, so you can try them yourself. But again, it's very important to say that before you just go out and copy our model of the AI tools that we use, it might not be the ones that you need. So think about what your business is, what your work problems is, or where you can be more productive and so on. That's where you should be looking for AI tools to implement yourself. So you don't necessarily just want to copy what we do, although these are some of the great tools for the purposes that we use them for. So I also want to point out that we won't go too much into detail for each of the tools, since we will have other videos going more into detail for specific purposes like marketing, like content creation, like video editing, and so on using AI tools. So here we will go through 7 of the AI tools that we use either daily or weekly at Insider right now. Great, so let's get into it. The first one on the list here is actually this one right here. It's called Veed. So as you can see, this is an AI video tool. So what's great about Veed is that you can basically do all of your recording and editing in one place. So you don't really have to use different tools for different purposes. I'm sure you have seen tools like Opus or stuff like that, where you can take a long form content, let's say a YouTube URL, paste it into this Opus tool, and it will give you viral shorts, as it say. And you can do this with Veed as well, but you can also do everything else. So what's great about Veed is basically it's your all-in-one video AI tool that we use every day. So let's take a look at some of the features here. So you have something for video editing, and you have different AI features that will actually edit the video for you, like remove pauses. It will make it shorter or longer. It will fix the audio. It will add different elements to it to make it more interesting. It will add zoom effects and so on. So you can basically create any type of video if it's a screen recording like you see right here. So we actually use Veed exclusively to make these videos and also for our social media, because you can make any kind of format and you can make it directly on their app. And let's take a look at some of the AI editing features here. So we have Magic Cut, which basically finds unnecessary fluff in your video and just automatically remove it. If you make a mistake, let's say you stutter or you have a long pause or whatever, it can actually remove that for you automatically. You also have translation. So you can pretty much think of any language and then just translate the video to the language that you want. And you can even do it in your own voice. You can clone yourself. And this includes both the avatar and the voice. So you can actually record your own voice and then upload it to Veed, and it will make the voice clone for you. And as you can see here, it also makes the AI avatar. So let's say you are traveling, you're on the go, so you don't have time to set up a recording setup and anything. And you have the avatar of yourself, you have the clone voice of yourself, and you can basically just create the video of yourself without being on camera because you already have an avatar of yourself. And you have text to speech, so you can actually just write out your script and it will say the words for you, either in an AI voice or your own voice. You have also auto subtitles. So you see all of these typical social media subtitles, and it will automatically add those to the video for you. And you can edit if you want, but it's like 99% accurate. And then you also have background removal. So I'm sure you have seen these type of videos where it's the person or avatar in front of what's happening on the screen, and you can actually do that with one click right here in Bead. And lastly, you also have the eye contact correction. So instead of looking into the camera and memorizing all of it, you can actually keep your face here, look over here, and then it will automatically correct the eyes to look at the camera. Very handy. If you look at the products, you have pretty much any type of product or tool that you would ever need to create any kind of video. So it's an all in one video AI tool for any purpose: marketing, business. You see here use cases, social media, marketing, business, learning, pretty much anything. So if you have seen any of the other AI video generators or tools like adding a simple text prompt and then getting a video, you can also do that here. I highly recommend trying Bead if you are looking for AI video tools yourself. And the pricing is actually very reasonable, and you can again try this for yourself for free if you want to try it. And as you can see, the pricing is very reasonable as well. So you can find a link in the description to try the tool. So let's jump to the next one now. Now, the next tool that we use is called Notion, and you might be familiar with this one already because it's just a huge success software that probably almost anyone uses right now. So this one is just amazing for anything, basically, for your team and project management and tasks and calendar and pretty much anything. It's usually called your second brain for a good reason. You can organize it in Notion. So you keep different pages, different tabs for different purposes, and you can also take the templates and customize them however you want. So on the top categories, company homepage, career page, blah blah blah. Let's click on the company homepage. Here we have a lot of different templates, and you can see a very basic one, a little more fancy one, more images, and so on. And you pretty much have different designs. Let's take a look at this one. So we had different designs, and there is some of them are paid, some of them are free. Let's take a look at this one. This one's probably free, and you can just add it to your workspace. And also in Notion, you just hit like this, and then you get all of these different options here, and it's pretty much endless what you can do. And as you can see here, you can even embed it with different tools that you're using. So for example, you can connect it with your Google Drive, and now Notion will have access to all of the files that you have in your Google Drive that you give it access to. So you can again organize anything from different apps in Notion as well. So let's say you're using Google Drive, you're using Slack, you're using Asana, and so on. You can pretty much connect all of these into one thing. So you almost just have to use Notion for anything. So let's not go more into detail on that, but Notion is a very good tool to use to organize anything. The best thing is also you can use Notion for a long time just for free because they have a freemium model. So as you can see here, it's up to a certain point of blocks that you can use before you have to pay for it, but I can't remember the exact number, but it's a lot. We used it for a long time without paying for it, but now we have a paid account because we have used it so much, and it just makes sense to invest a very small amount to keep track of everything. So great tool to organize. And again, link will be in the description, so you can go there directly and try it if you want to. Okay, so the next tool that we are using every week to create SEO content is called Surfer SEO. And it's basically an all-in-one SEO tool that has AI features integrated that makes it incredibly easy to create SEO optimized content for pretty much any keyword. So to give you a quick overview of what this tool does, let's take a look at their demo here. So you can start by researching keywords. Let's say you're writing about keto diet, then you got all kinds of different keywords and type of content related to keto diet, and you can choose which ones you want to write about, and then you start a new content piece and you choose the headlines that are already ready to go for you. So what Surfer does is comparing this to your competitors on Google based on the same keywords. So let's say you start a new content piece here. You choose what type of content, Then you find your competitors here, and you also have their rankings and their SEO score from Surfer. And now you can start the content that you want to write, and you'll have the SEO score on the right side here, and you can compare this to the competitors. So you'll see like what it takes to actually rank for different keywords compared to the competitors for the specific keywords. So when you write the content here, you can either write it manually in Surfer, or you can use some other AI tool to write the content and then go over to Surfer with it, like ChatGPT, for example, or you can actually use Surfer's own AI content writer. So what it does is set the parameters for what the content should be about and the keywords and everything, and Surfer will figure out what makes the best content based on these keywords compared to the competition that are already ranking. And it will just write the content for you based on that and give you an SEO optimized article. And you can check for plagiarism directly in Surfer, so you make sure it hasn't just copied your competitors, but it actually is some kind of unique content. And then you got the SEO score, and you can basically just take the text and publish it as a blog post. Obviously, there is a great idea to go through it yourself and make sure that what you get is actually pretty good. And it's always great to have some kind of human touch blog posts, but it does like 80 to 90% of the work for you. So you just have to do the final tweaks to give it the extra human touch. But I also want to point out that they have this humanizer feature that makes the content sound more human. So it's less likely to be detected by AI detectors also. So all in all, Surfer is a fantastic tool for creating SEO content, and you can either write the content using their AI tool, or you can just use their other features and write the content manually, or use other tools and then use Surfer to make sure it's optimized before publishing. Highly recommend using this tool. We have been using it for just over a year now, and this is one of the tools we are paying for, and it's worth it to actually rank on some good keywords on Google. So highly recommend giving that a try. The amount of time you can save and the quality you can make by using a Surfer is just incredible. Check the link in the description for that as well if you want to try it. And moving on to the next one, we have Ad Creative AI. It's basically an all-in-one powerhouse for all marketing. It's the number one most used AI tool for advertising. So you can generate ad creatives that outperform your competitors. Let's take a look at what it can do. You can basically generate creatives, all kinds of creatives, even if it's images or a video. You can generate texts and headlines using their AI. You can see creative insights. So you actually get some insights on the creative that's being made, and also insights from what have worked in the past. And you can generate social creatives, generate complete ad package, see competitors' ads, and winning ad inspiration. So these are some great features that you can actually compare to the competitors and get some insights on their ads and basically see what's already working and get some inspiration for winning ads. So you don't have to come up with all the ideas yourself. You can actually base it off data. Video ads, product photo shoot, so it's great for e-commerce as well, and score your ad creative. Let's say you get 10 or 20 different ads created based on the information that you feed it, then you can actually get an AI score based on all the data that it's trained on already. We get some insight on what creatives are more likely to become a winning ad, basically. What I want to mention here is you have a lot of possibilities, but what makes this tool so incredibly awesome is, just like SEMrush is saying here, the Ad Creative has one of the largest high conversion ad creatives databases. It has 450 million creatives analyzed to this day. That means not only can it optimize and create new ad creatives based on your company data and branding and then everything, but it's already trained on a tremendous amount of data, so it already pretty much knows what kind of ads are working, and it's based off of that as well. So it's not just that you feed it some images and give it some information and your website and your branding. You will do that as well, so it can create specific ads for your company and brand. So that's amazing, but it's also trained on a huge amount of data other than your brand. It pretty much has the answers and know what is working and can create new advertisements based off both the training data but also the data that you feed it. Great tool to try. You can also try this one for free if you need a tool for your marketing and advertisement. So highly recommend this one as well. And it will be a link in the description so you can go there directly. The next tool we will take a look at is called Task Aid. And it's basically an AI productivity suite where you have features like AI agents. You can create AI automations. You can manage tasks and projects. You can chat with an AI, and it's basically a team collaboration space, but you don't really have to have a team either. You can create your own team of AI agents and create automations and triggers and basically manage all of your work in one space. So it's a total AI powered workforce. So let's take a look at some of the features here. The first thing you will start with is create an AI agent for a specific purpose. For example, creating content, your marketing assistant, email assistant, or whatever. So you will start by creating different AI agents or AI assistants based on specific needs, just like you can see in the video here. And then the next thing you can do is automate different tasks. So you can actually have your AI agents perform tasks for you. So here you have specific automations that you can set up. So you create triggers and you connect different apps and tools that you use, like Slack and Google Drive and basically anything. So whenever one thing happens, this and this and this will happen after. So you create automations based on triggers. And you can create new projects, just like you can see here. You can upload some information and create a project based on that information. And now you have a timeline for different tasks for the project. And you can assign the AI agents different tasks so they can actually be completed automatically for you. So what you can see it as is you being the manager of your AI team and managing the different projects and making sure everything is done right. But a lot of the work is done automatically with your AI agents and the automations and projects that you set up. And then you can just go back and manage and see that it's done correctly, which it should be. But you can see it as you becoming more of the manager instead of having to do all of the work manually. And then you can also chat with your AI or the different AIs that you use, kind of like ChatGPT or exactly like ChatGPT, but now the different AIs, they have a specific purpose as well. So the responses and actions that they will take based on the conversation will be more specific to that purpose and not more general like it can be with ChatGPT, unless you have given it a specific direction to go. And you can also simplify and organize. So everything's going on in Taskade. You can organize it to keep track of everything that's happening. And you can turn ideas into action, just like you can see here. So Taskade is basically the next generation of team collaboration where AI and humans work together. So great tool to try out and basically a great way to manage your work and automate a lot of your work and actually use AI for specific purposes to work faster. And this is also a tool you can try it for free. Click the link in the description, and you can try it without any cost and see if it's the right thing for you. So the last tool we will go through is three different ones, but for the same purpose, though slightly different. We pretty much use these three tools to build AI chatbots and deploy them on websites or in Slack or in Discord or whatever software that you can integrate with these kind of AI tools. And also to build AI agents. So the purpose of this could be to build a lead generation agent or chatbot. It could be to create a customer support chatbot and deploy on a client's website. It could be to create your own team of AI agents trained on your company data. So you have your own specific AI agents that you can use kind of as your employees to either chat with or have them perform different tasks like creating content or automations like when this happens, then it will trigger this action from the AI agent and so on. So it's a lot of different possibilities, but you can use all these three platforms for, in a nutshell, the same, but they are slightly different in complexity. In short, we use these for the clients that we are helping with implementing AI in their business. So, like I said, it could be lead gen, it could be customer support, it could be creating AI agents, and so on. Let's give you some examples here. We have Dante, and we have Chatbase, and we have BotPress. Dante AI, you can create AI chatbots and deploy in minutes, and it's a great way to build chatbots very fast, and you can also build them pretty complex, but it's a great way to build them quickly with great functionality, and then you can keep fine tuning from there. But it's very fast to deploy it and actually get it live. So you could actually start by just giving it the website URL here, and it can start creating a chatbot for you, and you can go in the backend and start customizing. You pretty much have the option to create a chatbot and deploy it on the website, just like you see on their website right here. So it will be trained on your specific data and website and branding. Dante can do better than any tool, and it will answer the questions for you. So you can see how you can use this for your customer support yourself to deploy this on the website, and the customers can chat with it. You can also use this for e-commerce, for example, if you have a lot of customers reaching out to you for anything. Basically, you can have the chatbot answering like 80% of all the queries that comes in. To summarize here, Dante, great way to get started with building chatbots and deploying pretty fast. You can give it your website URL, you can upload the documents and train it on your company data. You can make the branding look like your company, and you can customize the chatbot or agent to answer in your brand tone. So it's basically an AI employee or chatbot based on your brand. And lastly, you can integrate with different softwares like Slack or Discord or Notion or Google Drive or pretty much any of the known tools. You can integrate it with that. You can either use it as like an external chatbot for lead generation or customer support, for example, or you can use it internally with your own team, for example, in Slack or any other communication platform. So you have all of your team using the same chatbot and actually gather the information from your employees in one space. The next one here is Chatbase, and here you can build a custom ChatGPT for your business, embed it on a website, and let it handle customer support, lead generation, engage with your users, and more. So let's watch a quick demo of how this actually works. So here we can see you can connect your software. So in this case, it's Notion, but it's a lot of different ones you can connect. And now give it the website URL, and it will now fetch all of the different links you have on the website. And this is a way for the chatbot to be trained on your data, and you can upload a lot more data as well, so you can train it more specifically. And now you customize it with your branding, your logo, the suggested messages that you can start the conversations with, and so on. So pretty simple. You give it all the knowledge and data that it needs to be trained on your data or your company. Then you brand it, and then you give it the action and the persona that you want it to have, and it can now act as your customer support or your lead generation manager or whatever persona or action you want it to have. For customer support, generating leads or creating AR personas to engage with your users. And then again, you can deploy it on different softwares. So Let's say you have a Discord community, you can deploy it there, or you can deploy it on your WordPress or Bubble or Webflow or whatever software you use to host your website or software. And you can also connect it with the software like this one or some other software like Google Drive, Notion, to keep track of all the leads coming in through this chatbot. So a lot of different options, but it's really, really easy to get started, at least with the basics, and then you can always customize it and go more advanced. So you can try this one for free as well. It will be a link in the description. The last one here is BotPress, and it's a complete AI agent platform. So it's an all-in-one platform for delivering chatbots powered by the latest large language models. You can build amazing chatbots and AI agents, but slightly more complex workflows and automations that you can create. You can add a lot more customization, more knowledge bases, more automation. When this happens, then it can go back and search for your database and other customer queries to then be able to answer better over time. So it basically keeps learning from your data and from your knowledge bases or sources that you provided. Just like you can see an example here, automatically sync with your databases and systems, and then it goes back to your database like Slack and other databases. Slack, for example, it's something that's updated all the time because it's a dynamic communication platform. So it will keep learning from your dynamic sources. And this is a great way to keep training and keep bettering the chatbots. And as you can see, it looks like multiple users have supported or reported this behavior. I have promoted the issue to higher priority and notify the engineers. So it can then take actions based on what's happening in the conversation. So obviously what happened here is a customer or user asks a question. It doesn't have the answer right away. So it goes back, searches the database and new sources, comes back with an answer. And then based on this answer and the information that it found, it can then perform actions like sending this report or this answer to you specifically via email or in a Slack chat or in some other database or software that you are using. To keep it simple, you pretty much have back and forth communication, and you have the AI agent in the middle searching your dynamic databases and then performing actions based on different triggers and what's happening in different conversations with different customers or users. Amazing way to automate a lot of communication and a lot of tasks that you would have to do manually, or that would basically just get lost because it didn't get followed up on by humans because we are busy and we don't have time for everything ourselves. You save a lot of time by implementing AI agents like this. So again, it can do anything from customer support or lead generation or internal communication or pretty much anything you can think of. So a great tool to build this kind of AI agents for your business. So those are three of the main ones we use for building chatbots and AI agents and automations using different AI tools for our clients and also for ourselves. So we use a few other ones as well, depending on the actual solutions that we need to build. But these are some of the great ones to get started with, and they have a lot of great functionality, easy to get started. But if you want to make them more complex, you can do that as well. So if you are looking to implement chatbots or agents or any AI solution in your business, feel free to contact us with your inquiry, and we might be able to help you on your journey to that. And that's it for the tools that we use on a weekly basis at Insidr. We use a few other ones as well, which we'll touch on later, but these are some of the main ones that really saves us a tremendous amount of time and just makes everything a whole lot easier. Our workflows, our projects, our tasks, our communication, automation, anything just saves us a lot of time. Great for productivity, great for running the business, basically. So there will be a link to all of the tools in the description. You can try them for free if you want to. And obviously, this will be very individual what kind of tools you are looking for. So there should be something for almost all purposes down in the description. So go take a look at those, and I'll see you in the next video.